There is a secret to running fast as a female runner who is over the age of 45, and it's probably not what you think. I've got Coach Lindsey Parry with me today, and we're going to be talking about what it takes to improve your running pace. But to start, Lindsey, what is the number one mistake you see female athletes making?
So the most common mistake I see females over 45 making is that they run their easy runs too fast. Now, as soon as people hear me say that, they immediately think that I'm trying to tell you to run every run slowly. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to teach you how to run slow so that you can run fast. And I think what's really important to unpack here, Shona, is that when we're talking about slow, we really are just trying to emphasize the fact that we want people to run easy. People who are good at running will still run fast, but it's the intensity that is so important, and that's why we're just going to dial down on it today, and we're going to substitute easy for slow so that we can really highlight the point of by slowing down and making sure you're running easy, you will ultimately run faster.
I love that, Linz, and very often female runners say, well, I don't want to be running slow because those are considered junk miles, but that's not really the case, is it?
It's not the case at all. In fact, if we're honest, if you're going to run your easy miles too fast or too hard, those are really the junk miles. Maybe if we look at what we are trying to do when we are running easy or slow, that will help people to understand a little bit better. But essentially, when you run easy or slow, we're trying to drive aerobic adaptation so that your body can produce energy in the presence of oxygen. When we are running faster or harder, then we are looking at things like anaerobic or developing energy in the absence of oxygen, and we are developing neuromuscular pathways, in other words, improving coordination and muscle function. Okay? When we're running easy, if we run hard, we actually compromise our ability to develop that aerobic condition. Plus, we drive up fatigue, meaning that when we need to run faster and do the neuromuscular work, we can't actually run fast enough, and we predispose ourselves to an increased injury risk.
Generally, here's why running slow is so important. Running slow makes you fast because it allows your body to build endurance, improve aerobic capacity, and develop efficiency over time without risking injury or burnout. Linz, can you tell us exactly how this works?
So Shona, 90% of the females that we work with are training for distances of 5 kilometers and longer. And that's why, as I said in the previous answer, we are talking about developing aerobic function, in other words, generating energy in the presence of oxygen. Let's think about it like this. If you're a sub 3-hour marathoner, you want to be able to run at 4 minutes 15 or just under 7 minutes per mile for 42 kilometers. You need to keep yourself going at that pace for 3 hours. Now we know that with anaerobic metabolism, or in the absence of oxygen, we can only compete at those intensities for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. So in order to be successful at the longer races, we have to be aerobically strong, and that means training at the right zone or easy enough, or in this case running slowly enough on our easy days so we stimulate that aerobic adaptation so that we can become faster aerobically for the long run.
Exactly. And running slow also improves your running efficiency and your running economy. By running at slower speeds, you're training your muscles to use energy more effectively. This means that you're not wasting energy when you're running fast. Plus, slower running helps you recover better between harder sessions. It reduces the stress on your muscles and your joints, allowing you to avoid overtraining and injury, which is so important for consistency and long-term training.
Yes, Shona, and consistency is key. When we do our long, slow runs, we're actually strengthening our body and laying a base and foundation that makes us more fatigue resistant for races as well as our high-intensity training. This is the part that often really gets overlooked by females. They think that running slowly has got nothing to do with speed, when in fact, the slow running is laying the foundation for your speed.
Linz, taking all of this into account, but specifically looking at females over the age of 45, how important is this for females particularly?
Look, for the maturing female athlete, we know that recovery times are increasing, or simply put, it does get harder to recover from sessions as we get older. And therefore, it becomes so important that we do the right training at the right time. So when it's time to run easy, we've got to run slow enough. And when it's time to run fast, we want to be fresh enough so that we can take advantage of those sessions. And so it really becomes so important to get the mix right in our running so that we have time for running easy, we've got time for running hard, but very importantly, we've got to build in time for recovery as well. So when you're aerobically stronger, your body will be more fatigue resistant and you'll be able to handle more high intensity sessions without breaking down with injury. And what that means is that you will be able to stay consistent for longer and you'll be able to run faster for years to come.
And running easy offers some other significant benefits for women over the age of 40, 50 and well beyond that, especially during perimenopause and menopause. We know that these hormonal changes can affect performance, bone density, muscle mass, and recovery times. So the benefits of easy running are particularly important for this group. Let's break it down a little. During perimenopause, estrogen levels fluctuate and drop, and that can lead to muscle loss. Paired this with strength training, it helps maintain and build lean muscle, which keeps your metabolism going.
And it's this preservation of the muscle that helps to keep us strong and running efficiently.
Exactly, Linz. And then there's bone health. Estrogen plays a vital role in maintaining bone density, and as it decreases during menopause, the risk of osteoporosis increases. Running, especially low intensity, weight bearing, slow runs, helps support bone health without overstraining the joints.
And that's crucial because as we age, joints become more susceptible to injury, particularly if we push too hard too often.
Exactly. And another area where easy running really helps is endurance and cardiovascular health. Menopause can bring fluctuations in hormone levels that affect heart health and can raise the risk of cardiovascular disease. Endurance running helps build this aerobic capacity, which improves the efficiency of your cardiovascular system and helps maintain stamina over time. Overall, endurance running has been shown to help reduce this risk of cardiovascular disease as well.
With a strong aerobic capacity, women can run faster for longer with less fatigue. And that strong aerobic base is key.
And let's not forget about the mental health benefits. Menopause can cause increased stress, mood swings, and sleep issues. For me, running feels like a moving meditation, helping reducing stress, boosting mood with endorphins, and improving sleep quality, which is vital for recovery.
That's a great point, Shona. As we get older, recovery becomes essential and sleep is so important for recovery.
Which brings us to recovery and adaptation. As we get older, recovery times lengthen and we're at a higher risk for injuries. Easy running allows us to stay consistent in training while giving the body time to recover between harder sessions. That's crucial, especially during menopause when hormonal shifts can slow down recovery even more.
Right, so that's why balancing your training and getting the intensity right is so important to allow you to continue to improve without constantly pushing yourself to the limit.
Exactly, and that ties into hormonal balance and energy conservation. Easy running helps conserve energy, allowing women to train consistently without feeling drained or overly fatigued.
And Shona, that's when real progress happens, when you can train consistently without overdoing it.
And weight management, Linz, is another challenge many women face during menopause. While high intensity workouts might burn more calories quickly, slow running also teaches the body to burn fat more efficiently over time, which is important for maintaining a healthy weight.
And this is another reason, Shona, why it's so important to get the balance between slow and fast running right, so that you can really set yourself up not just for short-term success, but for long-term improvements.
Exactly. For women in their 40s, 50s and beyond, easy running offers a sustainable, effective way to build endurance, preserve muscle mass and support cardiovascular health, all essential for maintaining overall speed and fitness. It's a gentler approach that respects the body's changing needs during menopause while still helping you improve performance over time. And that brings me to something really exciting. If you're a female over 40 and you're ready to take control of your running, I want to invite you to my free Running Through Menopause Masterclass. In this masterclass, we'll go into even more detail on how to train effectively during perimenopause and menopause. You'll learn how to balance your workouts, optimize your nutrition, and stay injury-free, all while continuing to improve your speed and endurance.